Hello everybody and welcome back to another FX Setup video edition. My name is still Megalch from good old Germany. On Sunday, the 8th September 2013, meanwhile at 20 o'clock 18 Central European Time, I want to give you tonight for this week a scenario setup, even some strategic thoughts for your trading or swing trading. Okay guys, before we started, let me shortly explain. I will in the future create always on weekend an financial market FX setup, an economic setup, and central bank FX setup, and even a scenario FX setup, and will upload it on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Even some strategic thoughts roundabout above day trading, and for day traders I will upload while Wall Street session Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday, day by day, and just in time technical analysis for the next 48 hours. So even you can have you can use my technical analysis FX setup for day trading, and the other ones, financial markets FX setups, economics FX setup, central bank FX setups, and scenario FX setup, even as an, how do you say in English, swing trade. Yes. So okay, all in all, let's get started with a scenario. And I have a big scenario here, the euro dollar monthly chart here since 1st November 1991. So if you want the last 22, more or less the last 22 years. Okay, we closed here on weekend by 131.76, and I want to give you three different point of views, three aspects and aspects, scenarios, and I tried to put it together and even give you a strategic outlook for the euro dollar. So stay online, analyze the stuff again, and it's yours. Okay, here we go with the basic trend. My opinion, it's here from September 2001 even until July 2011. So it's even here since 9/11 bomb attack, and even since until the death of Osama bin Laden. And we see here euro dollar were relative strong to the euro here 10 years, around about 8 years before this shit happens, this bullshit happens, and excuse me. And after that we've got here the reversal, and even here higher euro against the dollar, lower dollar even. And since the death of Osama bin Laden, we never saw a higher euro dollar price. So that's the first basic scenario, in my opinion, in the euro dollar cross rate. Okay, but here the second one. Here after that, or while that, at 1st January 2010, the European crisis started, even with the bond spread, with the spread in the yields of the euro currency, government bond yields, yes. And we saw here even the pressure in the euro dollar, but it wasn't the hype, the sentiment was of course very was very, how do you say in English, the sound, and the sound around the euro dollar was very louder and higher and negative, much more negative than even, for example, while the war on terror. And but the euro dollar didn't develop so well or so extreme in the last 2 years. So the sentiment, what I want to say is the sentiment was very bearisher than the truly development here in the euro-dollar cross rate. And if we can put this here together, we see here the development. Okay, this were 9 years or 9 years. Yes, they are around terror if you want. And here this last 2 years. Here since the spread started on 1st January 2010, and even as here I make the stop here, even as last year ECB President Draghi said that he and the ECB will do everything what it needs to save the euro. And so I created here, I put here the time frame for the euro crisis. But the euro crisis, of course, not over. Last week, Mario Draghi wasn't okay. He wasn't bearish, but he wasn't also not bullish. So I'm thinking he surprised me because how should I explain? He didn't talk the euro stronger than the last meetings before, in my opinion. So we see here maybe a little bit pressure in the euro dollar, also on the bigger time frame here around about 133. Okay, however, here are the highs and lows even while these two scenarios. So the lows here after 9/11, 0.8551, highs 163.7. And here the lows while the crisis 118.73 and the highs 149.34. These are the two basic scenarios in the euro dollar, but in my opinion the third one are probably the most important one here, because here in October 2004 the European finance ministers and president signed up a contract that no country will pay the debt for another country. 2004, and yes, and 1 year later, the Germans or our country, Germany, and the French government break this rule. I remember very well here in 2005 was this here about the lows, and then the speculation started here. The euro rised, and also gold, silver, and all metals rised up, and then the crisis, and we've got here the Big Bang 2008, 9, 10, and the point is here we've got 2007 here the highs, 2010, 11 lower highs. So, and here this year also lower highs, even as said here some minutes before at 136 here in mid this year, here in April, May, if I'm not wrong. Here we tried to break out here around about 136, and in last month here this summer we didn't jump above 133.44. So all in all, from this point of view, even from the point of view of the break up here the rules that no country will pay the debt for another country, even the Germans or our government, the German government and the French government break up this rule, so every other Euro country followed. And here, and the reaction, I remember very well, here 2005-06, Euro was a clear signal after, aftermath also, clear signal here to buy high speculative the Euro and the metals. And what we saw here is the bang. And the question is, of course, right here right now we are here right here right now at the same level. And the interesting point or the difference is we had same level euro dollar, but higher, better, much more worse economy in the euro area, and higher debt in the government, by the government. So from this point of view, it would be okay. I wouldn't short here euro dollar, but I wouldn't play here this high speculative boom bust scenario in the euro once again here 7-8 years later. So I wouldn't wonder if the euro falls here back even into the line 116 end of next year. So that if you press me on the wall and say me long short, I would slightly expect a lower euro dollar. So, cause we need to, or the politic actors and economists need to clarify the situation. Okay, these are the three big scenarios, and if these are the three big scenarios, once again here, war on terror in green, red euro crisis, and third here this fiscal debt sign up as the European countries break up here. And if we put this, and if we ignore these three scenarios or create above these three scenarios technical analysis, we can here take the lows after 9/11 and the lows while the crisis, the highs before the crisis, and the double top, if you want, while the crisis, before the crisis, excuse me. So, and then we've got here this cross, and this summer here this cross, and that's the message which I want to give you and send you out this week here in the euro dollar. Here we go. So here from the point of view, from the time frames, here 9/11, here as the European presidents and finance minister created the sign up, no country will pay the debt for another country. Here the euro crisis started. Here Osama bin Laden death. Here, as Mario Draghi said, we will all do what it needs to save the euro. And here we see this summer in July, here start of the year or the first half of this year, here we are right here right now at the cross. Here the high and lows. And if you ask me what will happen with the euro dollar, 136.58 big pressure line. After map we see here 1, 2, 3 tops, all tops lower, 2007, 2009 and 2011. So triple top if you want above 136. This year we didn't create here a new top, so all in all it could be here that we will fall in the euro dollar in the next until the end of next year. So, but don't get nervous if the sound in the media will coming back. We saw prices while the crisis started 2010 at 1.18. We saw this year prices at 1.27. Last year we saw prices at 1.20 roundabout, and 2004 we saw also prices. 2004 and 5 we saw prices at 116. So the sun will go down and the night will get over if we see a lower euro, but that's too high speculative in my opinion to create here an so futuristic outlook. However, I'm hoping you've got here some interesting point of views. Once again, maybe end of the video, here the three scenarios: while war on terror, while euro crisis, here while the sign up of the debt, agreement, and here the technical point of view. So all in all, we are on a cross rate. I accepting next until the end of next year in lower euro, maybe 120 or lower. However, analyze the stuff again. It's still yours. It's a big overview outlook. So follow me. So don't use it tomorrow for your technical or day trading analysis. I will create in the next 12 months surely some how to say in English, some technical analysis day trade. So follow me and analyze the stuff again. It's still yours. On Sunday, the 8th September 2013 at 20:33. Have a great morning, day or night, wherever and whenever you're watching my FX setup videos. Bye bye, guys. We'll talking to you on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, while Wall Street session with another technical analysis for the next 48 hours. So take care, stay aware, and bye bye.